everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Cam, and this is like the fourth time I filmed this video. The first time I filmed it, it was more of like a vlog style, and it was on my phone, and then I had a problem with the footage. The second time, I didn't like the way it was structured. The third time, I lost the footage, and now, the fourth time, here we go again. In case you couldn't tell from the title, I got my tongue pierced. So, I'm going to be running through all the do's and don'ts, some tips and tricks, a mini haul at the end, and a whole bunch of things like that. And then, if you're curious on what's on my face, today's video is not a makeup content heavy related, so I was fine with just I went to college like this morning, and I was fine with it. So I am wearing the Tiger Rest Color Correcting Treatment, which is like a moisturizer. I set it with the Make It Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder. I put on some, I think I put my Muse Brow Brush today, and then I put on this mixture of mascaras, and I think my lashes look amazing today. It's the Collab Mascara in the Extreme Black, and this is the Works Mascara, and this is the Trestique Mascara I got in a BoxyCharm recently. I'm also wearing the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade 908, if anybody is curious, and let's just get right into the video. So first, let's talk about how the gentleman pierced it. So what he did was he took my tongue, and he told me to stick my tongue out, sorry, and then he put this little tweezer thing with a circle in the middle of it on my tongue to pinch my tongue flat, and then he took a needle, shoved it through, and then the needle has a hole in the center of it, so a needle goes all the way through, and then he pushes the jewel that he's going to put in there through the bottom of the needle. He takes the needle out, he screws the top on, bing bang, you're done. I got mine pierced Thursday, 3 weeks ago today, and the first week it hurt. It did hurt, and the first 3 days were absolutely the worst. Swelling was kind of what hurt, and your muscles are getting used to it. The first 3 days, there's a lot of swelling, so your tongue is pushing on your teeth a lot, and that makes your tongue a little sore, and moving it around, I would have to say it was the most sore when I first woke up in the morning. It hurt so bad, and then the second time swollen was right before I went to bed, and I just took a few ibuprofen, and it was no problem. Like, I could deal with it. It's just in the mornings I didn't really want to talk. Now, let's talk about eating. So, when you first get it done, you want to make sure you eat beforehand, because for the first few hours, you're not going to do nothing. Yes, the first day, I felt like I was on cloud 9, like, it was like, this doesn't hurt that bad, this is going to be a piece of cake, and then the next morning, reality hit me, and it was kind of unfortunate, but that's alright. For dinner that Thursday night, I had baked beans, and then I did grilled chicken, and I cut it up into itty bitty little pieces, and then what I did was I took my little bitty piece of chicken, I dipped it, I got a little scoop of beans, and I stuck it all the way back in my mouth on my molars, and chewed it that way. After a while, you'll learn how to eat. You don't really eat with okay, I can't say that, you do eat with your tongue, but you use different techniques to eat with your tongue. Instead, I tried personally to put the food at the back of my mouth and just use the back of my tongue, or I solely used one side to eat, which has worked this far for me. Talking was a little bit difficult. I wasn't as bad as some people can get, in my personal opinion. I don't think it was that bad. Some letters were harder to pronounce, S's, W's, K's, things like that. So you just gotta learn how to use your tongue differently. So again, you're still getting used to it. In my past few videos, you probably could tell I had a list on some words. I still do sometimes, but I feel like I got it mostly under control. Okay, so changing the ring. When you get pierced, they give you a larger than standard bar, because to account for swelling, you don't want to swell, and then that's going to make it hurt so much worse if you had a smaller bar on. So I appreciate they pierce you with a larger bar. But after a while, The bar is not that much bigger. Let me grab it. Here are the bars. You can definitely tell that the two balls are two different sizes. So to account for the balls are different sizes, and here they both are lined up bottom to bottom, and you can tell even with having the bigger balls, this one is still shorter than this one. So it's not much of a difference, but it is quite a difference in your mouth. Like once I was able to change it, I was very pleased with the size difference within my mouth. Oh, now, tips and tricks on how to clean it. So what I would do is, first, for the first like month, 2 months, you need to rinse out with mouthwash every time you eat. And honestly, you're going to want to rinse out with mouthwash every time you get, honestly, because it's a relief to your tongue. It feels good to use mouthwash, honestly, in my opinion. But you need an alcohol-free mouthwash, and this is the one I have. It's the Walmart brand, and honestly, you don't need anything too expensive. It just needs to be alcohol-free, and that one I think is $1.98. I've already been through, I think that's my second and a half one. So my sister gave me a water bottle full, and then that's my second one now. And so you go through a lot of mouthwash, so keep that in mind. And so every time you eat, you need to use mouthwash, and then when you go to brush your teeth in the morning and at night, you're just going to want to brush your teeth like normal. You don't need to change your toothpaste. Everything's fine, and then you need to rinse out. Don't brush your tongue. And then what you do is you take your mouthwash and you rinse your mouth. And then what I do is I take a little bit of mouthwash and I pour it into the cap. And I dip one of these toothbrushes in there. This is just a baby toothbrush. I got like 6 of them for $1 at Walmart. So they're very inexpensive. Just take this, dip it in the lid of, like, I put some mouthwash in the lid, dip my brush in there, scrub the top, rinse my brush off because you don't want to take particles from the top to the bottom, and then dip it back in the mouthwash and go for the bottom, and then rinse again. So I find that has worked great. And when you rinse with mouthwash, you want to do 1/4 mouthwash to 3/4 water. So very little mouthwash because you don't want to fry your tongue or burn your tongue or anything with your tongue. That would be bad. Also, when the guy was piercing it, they have to look at the bottom of your tongue to see if you have a vein in the middle, because if so, that can kill you. So don't get your tongue pierced if you've got a lot of veins underneath your tongue or whatever. And now, so when does it hurt the most? I think I already kind of touched on this. It's in the morning and at night. Every once in a while, your bar will get snagged like that with the bottom on your teeth, and that hurts. When you sneeze, because I don't know what happens, but it pulls on it, and it hurts. When you yawn, it hurts. When you cough, it hurts. So I suggest not doing this if you are sick or have allergies or anything like that, because those 3 things hurt so bad. And the guy who pierced my tongue, it cost me $25 to get my tongue pierced. The guy who pierced my tongue told me, if you baby your tongue, the longer it's gonna hurt, which is true. So as soon as you get your tongue pierced, talk as much as you can, because also you're trying to get used to it. Eat not as much as you can, but just eat normally, and try to take into consideration that you got a big bar in your mouth. So should I really be biting into this sandwich 2 days after I got my tongue pierced? Probably not. So I would stick to like smaller bite of foods and avoid sandwiches. Helpful foods. Slushies from Sonic is the best. The ice is small and everything like that. Also, another thing that hurts, I forgot to mention this earlier, is that if you eat super cold or super hot foods and you heat up that bar, oh my goodness, it hurts so bad. The first time that happened, I didn't know what was happening. My tongue was just hurting super bad, and I couldn't figure it out. And then after a while, it went away, and I was like, oh, I was eating some pretty hot soup. Maybe it was just the fact that the soup was hot. Avoid hot or super cold foods. I would eat slushies and no ice cubes, because the ice cube can get stuck to your bar, and it's just going to keep getting colder and colder, and that hurts. So avoid that. Besides that, mashed potatoes, stuff like that, but I would avoid like super sticky foods. Like, I think I made a mistake with the baked beans. They were too sticky and it was hard to get out of my mouth, so I would do more mashed potatoes than baked beans, if that makes sense. Or I've gone through all of my things that I have to say. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. When I was first decided to get my tongue pierced, I scoured YouTube on what can I figure out, what can I expect, like what do I got to do here? And yeah, when I was watching YouTube, most people were saying around $50-$60 to get their tongue pierced. It cost me $25, so I am grateful for where I live. But now it's time for my mini haul. So I work at a daycare, so I knew I have to have a way to hide the piercing, because if the kids see it, they're going to think, oh, that's cool, I want to put something on my tongue, so they can put things in their mouth to have a jewel or a bead on their tongue, and then they can swallow it, and parents don't like that. So I knew I needed to hide it. So I got these 3 sets. I also bought 2 at the same time, but I'll talk you through this one. This one is just like clear balls. There is a clear pink one, just a clear one. And these other ones I thought would just be cool to have. And then there's this set. So this set's pink and this set is blue. They are the exact same set, just different colors, with this bad boy right here. And it's very hard to tell, but the bottom or the top here is completely flat, so you can't tell. And the bottom just has this little lip here, so you can't tell anything is in my mouth at all unless you explicitly know I've got my tongue pierced and you are explicitly looking to see if I have my tongue pierced. Kids won't notice it because it's not obvious enough. It's not obvious enough for them to notice it, and it's not like I stick my tongue out of my mouth or anything like that. So there's that. And at the same time, I bought these 2 because I had a little thing, and I bought 4, filled up my punch card, and got 1 for free. And this one here has these cool, like, textured bars in them. They're spirals, and they feel really weird. And then they've got, like, jewels in the top of them, so that's just those. And then I got, like, just a plastic set. And honestly, I like the plastic sets more than I like the metal sets, because when they hit your teeth, it doesn't hurt so bad. You do get used to it over time, so it's not like it hurts, but the first few times you do hit your teeth with that metal bar they pierce you with is like, ooh, shouldn't have done that. And tangent time, story time. While I was there, I had told the assistant manager, whatever she was, I forgot her name. She was a doll, though. I loved her. And I told her that I got my days pierced. And then I had recently bought, they had a sale, buy 2, get 2 free. And also when I bought this set here, it was buy 2, get 2 free. Plus I had the punch card for the free one. So I got 5 for the price of 2, which was kind of awesome. But it was buy 2, get 2 free, and I got the days pierced. So I bought jewels to get my days pierced or changed. And then my man, we were upstairs like goofing around and playing around, and I had the sheet up at my cheeks. I had the sheet up at my cheeks, and then it got caught, and he pulled it and just pulled it right out, and it hurt so gosh dang bad. Like, it just, whew, I did not like that. And then not even a week later, my body rejected the other one. This one was more red and inflamed, and they did really, really hurt. Like, my ears hurt worse than my tongue, so I have no hard feelings about that. And, sorry, my fiance's on the phone upstairs, so if you can hear him, that's what it is. I'm sorry. He just can't be quiet. And
5 would probably honestly be even better, so that way he's not rushing all the way from both, you know what I mean?
And so she told me I could bring those 4 packs in and just exchange them, and I was like, what? Are you serious? I don't have the receipt. She's like, no, we've got a lifetime warranty on all of our jewelry. As long as you have the case, you can bring them right back, and we'll exchange them for you. And I had the cases, the little, like, holding too, because I didn't use them. They were just sitting there collecting dust. And so I did buy these sets. With those, I bought these in and exchanged those 4 for these 4, and also got a $5 coupon. So that was pretty G. That was awesome.
So that job tomorrow starts at 5.
So this is what I got. There's a whole bunch of different jewels in here. There's purple, pink, blue, green, red, emerald, like, or opal. There's a whole bunch of different jewels in here, so that's pretty cool. These are age appropriate ones, so they're just specified ones, if you know what I mean. There's this set too. This is a green set, And then there is this set I also bought to wear at work because they're a mix between a ball and that flat one. They're very less noticeable, and I could wear this white one here, this clear one here, or this pink one here, so I could wear 3 out of 7 in this set, so I was not unhappy with that. So that is everything I have for you today, and I'm sorry today has been a noisy video. Hello everyone, sorry we got a different background. We fast forward, I just showered, my hair's all wet, and I am editing my video right now. I don't know if you can tell that, but I forgot to film an outro. I guess I got distracted and just never came back to it. I do change my jewel at least 5 times a week because I work 2 days a week, so I have to change it for work, and then I change it as soon as I get out of work. So I change it quite often. Out of the 9 cases of jewels that I got, I only ended up paying for 2 because it was buy 2 get 1 free, plus I had a punch card for a free one, and then I exchanged the 4 I already had for 4 different ones, and I got a $5 gift certificate, so that was pretty cool. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, or if you like makeup content, consider hitting that big red subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And don't forget, I am doing a video, and don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway as soon as I get to 100 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your aunts, tell everybody you know, because as soon as I get there, I will be posting my giveaway video with all of the goodies I will be setting out for one lucky subscriber, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!